Hello there. Could you get me some meat from bears and boars? Hello there. Could you bring me some wolf carcasses? Wolf carcasses? And can you get me some mushrooms? They'll go perfect with all that bear and boar meat you're getting. Mushrooms. You want it with or without slug meat? Whatever. Here you go. Mushrooms with a side order of slug meat.
How do you do?
And here is your boar meat.
What can I do for you?
Well, you can take this bear and boar meat. And here is
How can I be of service?
some wolf pelts. Alright? Good. Well, England, I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that it looks like the Nazgul didn't do too much damage over there and didn't find what they're looking for. But it looks like that they're looking for the enemy's ring. What exactly happened with the enemy's ring at the end of the Second Age?
Greetings.
The enemy's ring? It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive into why the enemy was seeking the Baggins. If the Crebain heard Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn in Bree and seek his counsel on how to find these foul birds. Alright. Now, I was told something about the ring being cut off of Sauron's finger during my crash course in history, and little things like that, and Isildur claimed it, and apparently, somehow, that ring wound up in the Shire. Don't ask me how they managed that. I am back from Langland, and it appears that the enemy knows that the ring has left the Shire.
You bring dire news.
While the 4 hobbits I was awaiting are safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Crebain, that was the they seek is no longer in the Shire, our trip may be all the more perilous. Yet the old forest is a twisting labyrinth that can lead even the most experienced trekker astray. Finding those Crebain will not be easy. Right? How about finding out which reward do I want? Is see power, or morale? Well, I'll take the morale, but I don't know if that's
Listen well.
worth it. There is one who could find these Crebain forests if we were to ask him for such aid. However, he may not see our worries as his. He is known by many people by many names. Of old he was known as Orald to men, while to the dwarves he is simply Forn. The elves called him Earwain Ben. You're telling me Aaron Benadar is here? Wow. Yes. Oh. Yeah, I guess you might have heard that name before. And the oldest and fatherless. However, in these days, which you might not know, he is known as Tom Bombadil by those few who are aware of him. Look for old Bombadil's house, which lies in the far eastern end of the Withywindle, the river that flows through the old forest. He may help you if you ask him in my name, Aragorn. If you discover anything, I would ask that you address it as best you can. I wish I could help you in this task, but the safety of my charges comes before all else. Alright, so I need to find Yarwin Ben Adar in the Old Forest. Now, I think I have an idea where he resides, though, of course, it's possible he's moved in the last 3,000 years. Ah, hello there. I see the millennia haven't changed you much.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Hey now, what's all the fussin'? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. What, you're married now? Ah, there is time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty? Boy, he hasn't changed in 3,000 years either. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil. Hey do, Mary do.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
My Goldberry is away at her... You married Goldberry? Yes, my Goldberry is away at her spring, and I was a-going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now, Aragorn's a name I know and a friend of old Tom's. Hey, then, my offer, what little Tom Bombadil look for sour crows? You'll gather lilies for my lovely? I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until the ring of Dingadillo and find Old Man Willow. You watch for Old Gray Willow Man, he's a mighty singer, and he'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. Well, don't worry. Oh, I'm older than that willow tree, I'm sure. Well, yeah, I don't think that tree's 3,000 years old, so I'm older than the tree is. Now, and besides, after sleeping for 3,000 years, not much is going to make me drowsy at the moment. Not in the least. But I think this is the way he said to go. Well, yeah, looks like we've got a big willow tree here. Ah, well, does have quite an effect on you, doesn't he? Because it's a boring tree. That's why. That's how he puts people to sleep. Because he's so boring, it makes you fall asleep. Yes. Well, let me go return these lilies and wait for Tom to get back. He married Goldberry? I found some lilies for you.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Lilies light for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk are you, if you outsing a willow man, not a lily crushed, nor a leaf bent. Oh, Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds, and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass. Oh, wonderful.
What can I do for you today?
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping along the branches. They came to rest with a restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir when they should be a-slipping. Go north along the path and follow the old barrows road, then south within the barrows wall along the forest eaves. Hey do, merry do, and there you'll find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. And now hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-gone a-leaping. Yep. Hasn't changed one bit. I'm looking for dangerous birds and wights, and it looks like some people have set up camp here. Either they're brave or they're foolish. Now, what are you doing here?
Could I speak with you a moment?
You don't like rats and crawlers? What are you doing out here? You're scared of barrow wights. What in the world are you doing out here? you're scared of barghast howls too. Are you sure you're in the right career? Ah, I found the carbine. Fool, did you think my pets would not learn that the ring now travels east? You have failed utterly. When the Master of the Nine returns, he shall learn of this, and of your untimely death. Alright, so this answers the question I asked in the last episode on who was in control of the carbine, because I posed, what if it was Saruman or something like this, but Saruman will not go about, my beautiful birds, you shall die for this. Saruman would not be wanting to tell the Master of the Nine about learning where the ring is. So because of that, we could pretty much eliminate the possibility that the carbine were there from Saruman's. This means, therefore, that Sauron also occasionally uses them.
Greetings.
I have dealt with those rats for you. Oh, you have my thanks. You're welcome. Now, let's see. I've taken care of those wights for you.
How can I be of service?
Well done. You've helped us greatly, friend. Hopefully you'll now smarten up and get out of here. Oh, yes, and I also took care of those barghasts.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I heard their howls turn into barks and whimpers. You have done well. Thank you. Now I better get back to Tom and tell him what I found out. Hello there, Tom.
Do, merry do, my hearty.
Oh there, stay a while, or are you still hurried? Orthrogamp, you say? That's a dark place, full of dark wights, and you've no need of going. If you must, and I'll not be staying you. Very well, come closer, and I'll be telling you. Telling me what? Telling me which reward I can get? Let's see. Well, I think I already have a better one of those, so I'll just take the club.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
I'm sorry, that's not a Tom Bombadil voiceover. The great barrow is not a place for weak hearts and frail limbs. Wicked wights and evil lords make merry in terror. They've never caught old Tom, and never will they. He's the master. If you be a-goin', Tom will take you. Very well. And that's where we'll go in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays The Scholar.